So here's the thing. I host these kind of events. I attend these kind of events. Um, as Jonathan said, I'm not into being honored and things. I'm into doing the work. Lawrence is my daughter. She is my gift. We met when I was doing the work. I was hosting BET's Rock the Runway. I was doing the red carpet, and I met him. And at that time, he was a reality star. He was on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And, I'm not a big fan of reality TV, so I didn't know, what to think. But he was lovely when I met him. And then when Andy Cohen selected me to be a part of Fashion Queens with Miss Lawrence and little Derek J, I was very concerned. I was like, oh, I don't know. I think that tall one might be a problem. And what happened? Lo and behold, the tall one was a problem, but the best kind of problem that a mother could ever have. She is my problem child, who is my greatest gift. She is just magnificent, as you guys saw from that vocal performance. Can we give her another round of applause? Thank you for the words. Thank you for the voice. Just thank you for loving me and for just being a beacon in my life. I love you very much, Miss Lawrence, my daughter. So I'm a little flabbergasted. I didn't think I was going to be, but I am now. So I just want to get a couple of things out of the way before I hit my script, and I'm going to let you guys go because I know it's been a long night. But I wanted to say, I wish you nothing but love and pure success, Lyric. I absolutely adore you. When I met you tonight, I did not know your story, but I saw your spirit. I saw your spirit, and that's why I hugged you, even though I didn't know you. You're a lovely girl, and I know that you're going to succeed in all your dreams. And I wish you nothing but the absolute best for your surgery in May. To Carmen Carrera. Carmen, you may have been, this may have been your virginal stance at being a host, darling, but you know what? I always tell people, one of my mantras is, it gets greater later. And Ms. Carmen Carrera, you just keep at it because you have it in you to be a phenomenal host. Thank you so much for hosting this tonight for Harlem United. Give it up for Carmen. To my fellow honoree, Patrick McGovern, a real hero on the front lines. I admire you guys so much, the ones who are on the front lines, the ones that have been doing this for decades, who have been picketing, who have been fighting, who have been righteous with your indignation at the way the LGBTQ community has been treated by mainstream. I thank you so much, Patrick, for never giving up and for being on the front lines. So I told you guys that, I'm not really used to actually being the honoree. I'm used to attending these things and hosting, and that's because of my friends that are actually here from Housing Works. Mr. Charles King and Mr. Matthew Bernardo. I saw them here tonight. That meant the world to me. I got involved with Housing Works about 12 years ago. Fashion for Action is one of my really big causes. I always tell folks, I'm only really concerned with 3 types of people. That would be blacks, that would be women, and that would be the LGBT community. And and there you have that. So shout out to my friends at Housing Works. To Jackie Kilmer, thank you so much for having me be a part of this. To Jonathan Broderick, thank you for introducing me to Harlem United. So now I'm going to go into my speech. Hello, lovers. This is truly a legendary honor. Harlem United represents the best of what Harlem has to offer. Harlem United is a community. Hope, health, and healing is the mantra. The manifesto of Harlem United, and when you have the opportunity to meet Harlem United's clients, you understand that they don't just talk the talk, they walk the walk. And hell, they sashay hope, healing, and health. I attended World AIDS Day at the Apollo Theater because of my little sister Nina Flowers, who is here, who invited me as a guest. Shout out to my baby Nina. And I had the pleasure of meeting the dynamic Tamisha McPherson. I was bowled over by the interaction between her and her clients. There was a profound mutual respect, a genuine love, and a deep connection. You could tell that her clients felt safe. They felt heard. They were seen. They were human. At many LGBTQ communities, don't make me read these folks, but at many of these organizations, the folks in charge of helping people often feel put upon by their clients. Can anyone testify to that? Can I get an amen? You know, they see the problems that their clients have, but they know nothing of them as a person, which is why I was so impressed by what everyone said about Patrick. You know, teaching people how to drive and going to someone's house to make sure they take their meds. That doesn't happen at every LGBTQ or AIDS and HIV organization. That's special to Harlem United. The very people put in place to help them often marginalize them, boil them down to a statistic. Hearing the testimony of Harlem United's clients made me understand that the clients transcend their issues for the staff. They become family. Family is important for all of us, but especially for those in the LGBT community, especially for those people of color. And it's often the difference between life and death for those dealing with HIV and AIDS. One of the reasons why I'm so very passionate about supporting HIV/AIDS charities is because it has always hit close to home. I lost 2 female cousins to the AIDS epidemics in the very early stages, back when it was a death sentence. The days when AIDS meant you were a leper, that you could not be kissed, you could not be hugged, and God forbid they use the same silverware. Okay? Or toilet, that's right. I remember those days. Those days were very trying for all of us. I remember going to see my cousin Gwen at Harlem Hospital, and she was dying, and there was no hope. Her health was deteriorating due to a lack of health care and her drug abuse. And healing wasn't even an option because she was isolated. She was isolated by her family, her friends, isolated even at the hospital, isolated by society. You guys maybe don't even remember this, but I remember they made me put on like a hazmat or something to go and see her. Seeing her death affected me, especially the way that she died. It was a far cry from my friend Jay. Jay and I worked together in fashion. Jay was white. Jay was educated. Jay had a family with money. Now, all of that did not save Jay's life. He died just the same way that my cousin Gwen and my cousin Andre died. But he didn't die in the shadows. He had a home. He was surrounded by friends. He had doctor's visits. People from St. Vincent's came to his home and gave him home visits. Honey, there's still a disparity in care and concern between people of color and the general population, and that is a problem for me, and that's why the work that Harlem United does is so very important. They level out that playing field. Black and Latino people are diagnosed later with HIV/AIDS, and once they are diagnosed, the health care lags due to socioeconomic issues associated with poverty. Harlem United levels the playing field. Their programs meet their clients where they are. They embrace them. They give them hope, health, and healing. Thank you to each and every one of you in the room who supports Harlem United. Your support is enabling young LGBTQ people who are at risk to not just survive, but to thrive. Your support is ensuring that HU clients are aware of PrEP. Can we get a round of applause for PrEP? And are actually taking it, which in turn will lower new cases of HIV. And your support is giving transgender people, the ones who don't have the platform or the praise of a Caitlyn Jenner. Oh, thank you, Lyric, for standing up, because you know it's a bag of bullshit. Nothing against Caitlyn. Nothing against Caitlyn, but when that becomes the face of the transgender movement, Houston, we have a problem. But your support of Harlem United is giving them a voice they can use to demand health care, to stop housing and job discrimination. Your support is helping the youth of Harlem United who are part of home complete their education and secure jobs and learn how to cope with the challenges that plague the LGBT community. They are the heart of your support. You guys are the champions. I vow on this stage as I receive this incredible award that I am Team Harlem United. I intend to get involved and stay involved. I'm inspired by the work that is being done by HU, and it's my intention to use my voice, which is quite loud and has several platforms: radio, television, social media, smoke signals. I'm going to use my voice and my influence to spread the gospel of Harlem United. Thank you for this wonderful award, and a special thank you to all my friends who came out. I'm going to run by them real quick. Nina, Kim, Angelique, Tyra, Spread, Courtney, Bill, Renee, Sandy, Terrell, Emil, my husband, Emil Wilbekin, who's always been on the front lines of the HIV/AIDS movement as well. My friend Fred Jackson, who worked at Life Beat back in the 90s. See, I'm surrounded by warriors in this game. See, I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. So that's why I appreciate the award. And to my daughter, Miss Lawrence, thank you, baby. And I'm so proud of the advocacy that you're doing. Really quick, Miss Lawrence is the reason why I went to the White House. He took me to the White House LGBTQ celebration. So it took a homosexual to get me up in the Obama White House, honey. Won't he, Will? Thank you again for this epic award. I feel hope in my heart because of the incredible work that Harlem United is doing. Thank you all so much. And don't forget, that $100 that was mentioned, really, I know all of you guys spend it on dinner. Please think about just donating it tonight to Harlem United. Thank you so much. And I received this with love and gratitude.